My name is Francisco Mariana, born up in Curacao. I live on St. Martin for the last 27 years, which is an island that I love very much. Um, I'm here to share my experience with the COVID-19 that is spreading over our island, and it's getting worse and worse every day. That I can remember was last year when the pandemic hit, and we had to go out. By the way, I work for the TIAT department, and we had to go out after to go check on the businesses for the COVID-19 condition that was in place then. And I used to take care of myself very well, disinfecting my hands with my mask on, always far away from everybody until one day the next year, the October. In October, I remember last year, 2020, that I make one mistake. While in the office, the supervisor called me in to deal with a client. My head was so full. The client was in there with the supervisor. He didn't have on a mask, and he was coughing in the office. When I noticed that, it was too late. And I remember the Sunday after, me and my wife, we went to a bar down Lowlands, and we sat down there. We have some drinks, we have some fritters, and we went home after. Soon as I reached home, around 12:01 for the morning, I started to vomit and going off. I thought this was a normal thing, getting diarrhea or whatever, but it continued and I started getting sicker and sicker. I remember I told my wife I'm not going to work because I don't know what it is. I'm not going to work, I'm staying home. I remember I stayed home the whole week, and I started getting weaker and weaker. And I had a friend that used to work at the lab, and she went back Aruba, and she heard that I was sick, and she telling me, pushing me, go test yourself, go test yourself, go test yourself. And I tell her all the time, no, it's just a flu. So innocently, I'm like, it is a flu, like, and it is a normal thing to me. So I remember the Sunday, we called my house doctor, that is the 17th of October. Called my house doctor, and he said the morning to come in by him. Monday morning early, I'm weak. I lose my weight, I was like a needle. I said, babes, let's go by the doctor. But when I reach right here by Emilio Wilson, I tell her, I can't make it, I ain't going to make it. Go to the hospital. So, when I reached by the hospital, there was busy with some patients, I think, and I sat down, I couldn't breathe. I was weak. At a certain moment, all I remember was black. That was it. I don't remember nothing from there. I don't remember nothing else until I was in a container on the side by the hospital itself, and I noticed the doctor told me, "Oh, you back?" And he told me that we run a test on you. I think you have the COVID. And I'm like, me, a strong mind like me, go in gym, exercise all the time, have COVID. Well, don't play with it. COVID will hit everybody. You can be Superman self. Superman will get COVID. So I was lucky to reach there on time. They started working on me. After a while, when they get back my test, they brought me inside to scan my lungs. When they scanned my lungs, they brought me over with the ambulance to the other side, the COVID unit. And when I reached in there, one time they started working on me. One time, injections in my belly, this, put this on me, everything started working on me, working on me, working on me. I remember it is after 3 days, I noticed where I was. This is what I tell you is what they told me, because me myself didn't know what's going on itself. After 3 days, I say, hey, I'm in the hospital. And I asked the doctor when he came in the afternoon, what happened to me? He said, we almost lost you. So from then, I remember I forced myself to eat. I start eating, and I started recuperating. I started getting stronger and stronger. I stayed there for 5 days, and then after they sent me home to go recuperate at home. From there, I stayed 6 months that I can remember. My other half was telling me sometimes I ask her who she is. I don't even know. So for me to recuperate completely, it took me 6 months because I couldn't even walk from my bed to the living room. I was tired. But thanks to medicine and all the doctors and all those that pray for me, that I'm here today. What I want to say, right there, the situation I have on my job now with my colleagues that don't believe in the vaccine. With all respect for everybody, your body is your temple. If you don't want to take it, it is okay. But take care of yourself. Don't come in the office without the mask. Don't come alone without the mask. Don't go out partying. Don't go out do like it is normal. You having a normal life because it is not. Every day on my job, I have a fight with my co-worker that is not vaccinated. All certain things I have to hear. I have to hear about 666. I have to hear about chip. A bunch of nonsense instead of sitting down and educate yourself about what COVID is. All you saw what happened to me. A little mistake I make, I almost lose my life. Now all you there doing like, that vaccine ain't no good. Okay, it ain't no good. Why it ain't no good? Yeah, because I say it ain't no good. So those certain arguments you get yourself in that at a certain moment you just back off and leave it be. Leave them for who they is. But I advise anyone, take the vaccine if you can. If you don't have no underlying condition, I didn't have none, but I still get sick and almost die. Take the vaccine and save your own life. Because I'm vaccinated, I get both shots. And if they have to come with a booster, I will do my best to be number one in line to take that booster too, because I want to live. I hope after this video is posted that people will understand and see for themselves what COVID can do to you. It is not a laughing matter.